It's a big day at Mapperton. William, does it feel like a big day for you?
Just feels like a regular old day.
A regular Mapperton day? I think it's a big day.
I think it's a big day.
Because it's the first time that my son William, our son William, has appeared on Mapperton Live. William, welcome to Mapperton Live.
It's a right pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, happy to be on board.
And it's also a big day because we are going to do some apple picking. And William has kindly volunteered to help out. How do you feel about apple picking, William?
Well, I've had a bit of experience the past few days.
Yeah.
Picked a few apples for John and Caroline, so I'm fairly confident.
For your grandparents?
Yeah, I've got.
What were those apples for?
What were those apples for? Well, they were taken to charity in London.
Oh, they were taking apples to a charity in London? Yeah.
Quite good, actually.
Yeah, so you're actually quite proficient
I'm
at
pretty
apple
nifty
picking.
at it, yeah.
Yeah, is there any particular technique you're going to teach me?
Well, it involves a lot of tree climbing skills. It depends on the tree, really. But
tree climbing skills? Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
If you've got a bad back, then no,
Yeah, I haven't got a bad back, but I might not be quite as nimble as you are.
Yeah.
Should we give it a go?
We'll give it a go.
Give it a go, right.
See.
So we've brought one large plastic container and we've got little bags for us. So look at this. These trees are full of apples, but the question is which ones are ripe. William, what were you doing to kind of determine that?
Well,
I've got one technique.
Okay, what's your technique?
My technique is to look at the bottom and see how many apples are falling.
Right.
And I think we can see there's quite a few on the ground here.
So I think that's not bad.
That's not bad, is it? And actually looking at these apples here,
I think that was my technique, is just look at them and sort of see.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think we're missing a key piece of kit, by the way. I've just realised.
Where the ladder?
Yeah, ladder.
We are missing a ladder.
We're missing a ladder.
We're missing a ladder.
How can we come apple picking without a ladder?
It's a bit of a game of, I spy really.
Right.
Then you look and you just see which apple you think is just going to be nice to
eat. What do you?
And I see that one there.
Do you think that
it's got a nice little colour on it.
Well, that one up just halfway up the branch.
Just sort of there.
That one.
Just
yeah,
there,
that is a very good looking apple.
This is a good apple.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you just sort of reach your hand out and you kind of just do that.
You just brought two more down.
Did I?
You,
oh well.
At the same time. So three for the price of one.
For the price of one. That's how you pick apples.
Do you know what, William? That apple looks so good that even though you went to great effort to pick it down, I'm going to have a bite.
Well, I might just retire then after that, so if you're just going to do that.
Oh, you're going to retire?
It's my nice
one of your apples. Yeah. Just try a bit of that.
That's a good apple.
That is an unbelievably good apple.
We might not get anything done, actually.
Yeah, should we just... You know what, this can double up. This is a bench, really. You can have a sit there.
Well,
we can just sit and enjoy apples.
This could become apple tasting, I think.
It could be, can't it? Yeah. Another bite? No.
That's really good.
It's really good, isn't it?
Right.
Off we go.
We might need to get a ladder.
I'll be back with a ladder.
Okay. Right, here we go, look at this. Oh, he's gone now, but you just look at that. I mean, it's not very nice. Oh, that's all right, that will do. Oh, this looks like a good one, look at this. Yeah, that's quite a good one, yeah. 10 out of 10. That is a very good one.
William, I had a choice of a small silver ladder
Or this massive
or
ladder.
a big yellow ladder that could get us right to the top of the tree. What do you think about my choice?
Well, there are quite a few high up ones.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
Where shall I go?
Well, look, I'll show you the jackpot. Listen.
William is the apple foreman. He's in charge of the apple task force.
From a week ago.
Yeah.
So you see there, that's the jackpot right there.
Look at that. That's like a sort of bunch of grapes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a vine. Do you know what? We could like take the whole.
That's quite good.
The whole bit off, as it is now. There's loads of apples. Oh. Oh no.
Okay, well done. Yeah, very good.
Oh God.
I mean, you want to hit me on the head as well?
Did I get you?
No, you almost did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that was not intentional.
Well, listen, I don't know if you want me to leave, but you know.
That was absolutely unintentional. Your job is to catch the apples as they come down.
I'll catch in this bag here.
Ready?
Oh, I can't see them actually.
Ready? One, two, three.
Okay, well no, that was a horrible idea.
Oh God, they've gone everywhere.
Okay.
Was that I thought that was quite successful.
Well, we got all the apple. I mean,
we got a lot of apples on the ground.
Yeah. There's one just there which looks really nice. It's quite high up.
Do you need the ladder?
I do need the ladder.
That was a good one. William, there's tons over here. Right. Look at all these. You're just having a break, are you? It's hard work,
keep
isn't
energised.
Yeah.
Tough work.
Oh, here could be a good one. Now.
These ones are.
Another fine apple.
Right. Oh.
Watch out. Now, if you knock some down as you get up, I'll spot.
Right. Which way?
So you got up one branch.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion? Climbing a tree with an apple in your hand probably deprives you of one of your means of support.
One of my limbs.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's fine. I think it's a sacrifice I have to make, really.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
No, they're both quite good. Oh, there we go.
Oh God, the two came down there. 1 and 2. That's a good one as well. In fact, there's loads more here.
Yeah. That one as well. I don't know how that fell, but that one's sort of just gone that way.
Now, there's definitely rich pickings up here because I've got loads of good apples. Look at the size of this one. That is absolutely splendid. Oh, problem is you pick one and then the other one falls down as you pick it. Right, I think it's time to offload into the apple box.
I've got a.
So, William, if you've got enough apples.
Well, there's quite a good, quite a few here.
That must be 100 apples. Right. Whoa! Give me a, no. Okay, yeah, that was quite fun actually.
Okay.
Chuck another.
This is
okay. Come on.
This is quite good.
This is a good system.
Yeah.
Well, we've got quite a few more apples to go, and this is just the first of about 20 trees. So we're going to need to recruit some other apple pickers, I think. But in the meantime, William, what do you think? We've done about 200 or something?
Yeah, probably around that.
Yeah,
probably be here all day.
We'll be here all day. Well, okay. I might not be here all day, but
yeah, I'll be here all day.
I think you're the apple picker.
Resident apple picker.
Yeah. So anyway, congratulations, and And thank you for making your first appearance on
It's all right. They can't see me now, probably. Well, maybe through the tree, but it's
the first
this is how we sign off.
of many future appearances, we hope. I'm standing here with Matthew G. And Matthew has come to Mapperton to help look at all of our stonework. Matthew, you are a stone consultant, but you're also a stonemason.
That's right.
Which means you help historic properties like Mapperton work out what needs doing, but then you actually do some of the work yourself.
I do, and I think it's quite a good method to be a trained practitioner that can also then consult on how one should repair a building.
Yeah.
I think that's a very key aspect that sometimes is missing in modern conservation techniques.
Yeah, so you're doing both sides of it. Which bit do you love most? What's
the actual physical work?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think I do. Yeah, being outside and
the
doing
satisfaction of seeing something come back to where it should be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you know, we're really lucky, all of us, to work and live around buildings like Mapperton, but they do need looking after. And I was quite pleased when Matthew first came to Mapperton. He walked around and he said, actually, things are in quite good condition. Is that, you know, that's your view, isn't it?
It is. Well, I think, and it shows how well this building was probably built originally, and that's why it's in good state of repair compared to modern construction, which who knows how that's going to fare in 100 years, 200 years.
Yeah. Is that because the craftsmen of that period just really knew their craft and chose really good materials and spent time doing it properly? Is it as simple as that?
I think it is. It is to do with that. Yeah, it's to do with natural materials.
Yeah.
Well-trained craftsmen, well-designed buildings, and things were built to last. And I think that's the key.
Yeah. Well, Mapperton has indeed lasted all these centuries, which is a wonderful thing. Right, well, what we're doing today is we've been asked by Historic England, which is the government agency that has responsibility for overseeing all of the historic properties and buildings across the UK and making sure that they're being maintained properly. They've asked us to complete a short report on the condition of the stone at Mapperton. So Matthew's going to be putting that report together. We're going to be going around looking at different areas. And then once we've done that, we will have a prioritised list of things that we know need repairing. I mean, there are some fairly obvious things that we need to do. But one of the areas which we featured on Mapperton Live before is this east chimney. And the reason we know it's a priority is because we've actually got some water coming through into one of the bedrooms. You know, the first rule of being a custodian of a historic house is don't let the water in. And in most places we're succeeding, but not in that bedroom. So we thought we'd go and have a look. Any kind of initial thoughts, Matthew, about that chimney and what might be going on?
Not significantly. I can see that there's some delamination, some mortar loss on this elevation here. We've got some on the chimney, which could be letting water in. We're going to have a look, hopefully with your drone, from the rear to see if we can see any open stone joints or any defaults in the lead work. But as you know, water ingress can be tricky to track, so we'll see what we can find. Yeah,
we have a feeling that there might be some lead issues on the other side, but it's only once we get the drone up that we'll look at that.
That's right.
We've also got other sections of the house that we'll be looking at later as well, and we'll come back. Matt, one other interesting thing that I've learned about you is that you're not a newcomer to social media.
No,
and,
not at all.
And indeed, Matthew's son is a YouTube star. I thought my wife was a YouTube star. She's got like 200,000 viewers.
Charlie G. Yeah, he's he trained at York Minster Cathedral and is now touring the world carving stone and is a stonemasonry success. I don't know what you would call it, but yes.
He's an international YouTube and Instagram sensation,
yes,
isn't he?
That's right.
With millions of followers. Oh my goodness.
He's very skilled. He's more skilled than I am, actually.
but you've also got a daughter who's...
That's right, yes. So she's more specialist in figurative carving, which is slightly different to what Charlie does, really, and letter carving. And probably more skilled than the both of us.
How wonderful that both,
So yeah, it's a lovely.
both your children.
It's
have,
a lovely
have taken,
thing.
taken
I didn't
off
push
you.
them into it, but they. It seems as if I did, but
No,
yeah.
no, you just you opened it up for them.
I
and
think so.
And they explored
Yeah.
and discovered things. Well, anyway, we have got a one of the finials here has a griffin on the top that is eroding somewhat, and we were going to have a look at that and see whether that might be something that needs a bit of carving
That's
work.
right. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Chris, there's about 30 knots of wind. How are you feeling with the drone up there?
Lots of pressure now you're here. Usually just on my own some.
Can't quite see. Maybe some still images would be good.
Yeah, I can get some still images.
It's staying pretty still, isn't it?
What we need is a still image and then a zoom in if we can. Can't.
Let's get a photo.
Oh, it's wobbling.
Yes. Yeah.
This is when a drone is really useful, isn't it?
Yeah, there would be no other way except
No.
climbing up on a ladder or something.
I will just get you some photos a second.
So we're getting footage and photos of the back of the chimney, and Matthew, that's because you want to be able to see if there's any cracks in the stone.
Yeah,
the
if there are
mortar,
any open stone joints, if the stone's delaminating significantly, if there's any issues with the lead work, that would all be signs or give me an indication of where water might be getting in. Just anything close up you can get that would give us a bit of an idea. What does that mean?
Oh, it just means it's close to the object. But it's all good.
It's saying that
And then
crash is imminent.
And then what we need as well is from above, we need to see what's happening there. It might be something simple as the water's just getting in from the top.
At this time of year, there are wonderful smells making their way through the halls of Mapperton. And the smell today is chutney. And we're here with Beryl, who is making apple chutney. Beryl, we've just been picking apples.
Good, we need more.
You need more.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? That one of the great treats of living at Mapperton through the year is your chutney.
Really?
It's so delicious. I don't know whether Americans are as into chutney as we are. In England, I think they call it pickle,
Oh, probably.
like sort of Branston pickle.
Yes, that's right. I'm not quite sure of the difference.
I'm not sure there is. What makes a good chutney, Beryl?
Oh, the apples here, the super tree, the first tree. It's very early
Yeah.
cooking apple. I'm not sure of the variety.
So these are cooking apples, are they?
Yes, yes.
And what's and can
Onions, a dash of cayenne pepper, allspice, and crystallised ginger.
crystallized ginger? Okay, let's go through that again.
I think that's what really helps.
Are we
No,
happy?
you shouldn't give our recipe away.
Are you happy sharing our secret recipe? I think we can, because what they don't have are the actual Mapperton apples themselves.
Okay. Well,
Right, so there we go. So
Okay.
starting at the beginning, we've got
Okay.
apples,
Apple,
Onions.
garlic,
garlic,
crystallised ginger.
crystallized. That seems like a bit of a secret extra. Crystallized ginger,
Well,
yeah.
it's so much nicer than powdered ginger.
So proper crystallized ginger,
Yeah.
very important.
And
And
spices, a dash of cayenne, not too much.
so a bit of cayenne powder
And something called allspice.
and allspice, which is a mix, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's it.
A bit of salt.
Bit of salt
And cider vinegar.
and
apple cider vinegar.
and apple cider vinegar. Actually, it's quite a long list of things. We'll put it on the screen for you and see if you can recreate Beryl's apple chutney and let us
Then
know.
you can come make Luke some.
Exactly, you can come here. We've got plenty of apples and
yeah.
we need lots more. Beryl, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Okay.
And I'm, by the way, how long till it's ready?
There's some from yesterday.
Is there? Over there. I'm going to go have some now. This is a crime scene. Look at what's happened here. It's been absolutely decimated. And, but we know who the criminals are, and they are the pigs. The pigs escaped from Coltley and they came down and they have rootled everything here. Of course, it's not a crime scene at all. We're absolutely delighted that they're rootling. In fact, we're quite interested in why they have chosen to rootle here, because they have come back here twice to the exact same spot. And it leads me to think, I mean, there might be sort of pig nuts in here that they're going for, but look how they've just torn everything up. I mean, it is wonderful. You see why these Tamworth pigs are referred to as nature's plough. But it's also quite interesting that they've chosen a spot next to these 2 oak trees. And what would be really fun would be if we found a nice large truffle. Now, we've done an episode on truffle hunting before at Mapperton, and we were successful. My goodness, the truffle was absolutely delicious, and I would really like some more. So if we can train these pigs to be truffle hunters, I'd be quite delighted. But I'm not seeing any truffle here, and I think you've got to dig down a little bit further. So anyway, there it is, all laid bare, and we hope they won't get out and do much more of this, because they're supposed to be in that field over there. Now today it's my turn to do the animal checks, and I have to say I'm doing really badly. I've got to find the cattle, the ponies and the pigs. Well, the pigs have escaped and we've absolutely no idea where they are. They won't have gone far, and usually they find their way back in again. So no pigs and ponies. Now the ponies are usually here. In fact, here is some pony dung. So we have evidence that a pony has been here. And in fact, this is all looking quite flat and as though they've been lying down recently. And I'm hoping that over the brow of this hill, we're going to see nothing at all. Oh, good grief. I think I've spotted something. They're not exactly rushing towards me. I was beginning to think that I'm a pretty hopeless stockman and that I wasn't going to find any animals. But I think if we found ponies, I'm starting to feel slightly better about my capabilities. The cattle, I know I can always find the cattle because they've got GPS collars on them. So that's not difficult. And look, there they are, aren't they magnificent? Right, we can tick those ones off, Chris, and head back and continue the search for the pigs. Right, the ponies we found, the pigs we haven't found, but here are the cattle. 27, 28, I thought there were only 26. There are 28, in which case they are all accounted for. And we can report back that we have done our animal check, and Ben will, I think, be pleased with that, even though we've lost the pigs.
Okay, in between writing my dissertation, which so many of you have asked, how is that going? Well, it's going. So it's due like any day now. I mean, yeah, a couple more weeks. And as far, how many words am I on actually? I can quickly look because I'm in a folder right. Well, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, but as far as word count, I'm at 16,942 words, and it's a dissertation between 20 to 25,000 words. And that is, I'm nearing the end of my last chapter, and I probably have within the last chapter, so if I'm at about 17,000 words, probably about another 1,000 words to go in the last chapter, which is very exciting, which will get me to 18. Then I still have to write my conclusion, which will be another 2,000 words, I reckon, so that will get me to 20. And then I have to write my abstract, which will be another 500 words. So I'm at 20,500. I'm doing the maths right now. But again, my chapter 3 might be a little bit longer, and then you go through and you'll add in and take away. So I think by the time I actually submit, I will be around 21,000 words, which is perfect. It's between 20 and 25,000 words, and I'm super happy with that. Now, obviously, writing all day long is just like, it can basically fry your brain. So I take little breaks in the monument room, and what I'm doing right now is I'm looking, I have a master spreadsheet of what I know is in each of these box files. And when we started this big project, what I call now the Alberta Research Project, we knew that most of those box files up there on the right-hand side of the bookcase are referencing Alberta. They're either letters written by Alberta, written by her mother, written by her aunt, written by her husband, George. Those, I would say, 4 people, the majority of them are in those box files. But then we uncovered, which had never been uncovered before, when we were renovating the monument room, this metal case, and inside the metal case was filled almost to the top letters that had never been sort of put on these bookshelves before, and they were mostly letters that Alberta had written herself. So incredibly important. You can see in here, we still have a lot more to go. I tried to label, these have not been scanned. These are later letters to Alberta from George between 1947 and 1949. Daryl over here is scanning. He's the one who scans, and we've showed this before on our YouTube channel, but so many of you are interested in this. And again, what we're taking are these letters that haven't yet been properly organized, and we're able to organize them ourselves. So Daryl, kind of talk everybody through again how you scan. This one's a tricky one because it's a bit see-through-y.
Yeah, well, I'm just picked up a letter. I've already pre-sorted them into date order.
Yes.
But now it's a validation to make sure they're ready to scan. And I'm looking through this one, and I'm looking for a start of a letter, like it says,
Dear.
Dear or something, or darling is another popular thing.
But this one doesn't. It just starts with yesterday.
I'm going to make a guess that it's because it's got a date, that's a start letter, a header letter. So I've now looked, and it's got a second page.
Wow, and it's from, this one's from, I can tell already, because I know people's handwriting now. This is from Josephine.
Right.
This is from Tontine, or Aunt Jo, Alberta's aunt.
And I'm seeing the next one is page 3.
Yeah.
Then it goes 4. So I'm missing page 2. And then I have to then get rid of the creases.
Yep. We're careful on that.
And then if we're all happy that it's a succinct set of letters,
then you scan.
then I scan. And the scan goes just like this.
Yep.
Scan, turn over. Right, and once I've scanned those pages, and I won't do any more, because those are the last 2 pages I'm scanning, and then get ready to put the document into the document letters into a Word document.
Yeah, that's the tricky bit. So what I'm doing right now is we've got all these box files here, and we're not that one. That one still needs to be scanned, but we've got all these lovely box files. These are the ones that Daryl has done. These have been scanned, and this is 1913. And what I'm doing is I'm creating, and I'll go show you over here, for all of these, almost like a library inside. So let me show you over here, which will be inside each of these box files. So I'm just going to put these back. And again, those will eventually go into archive boxes. So I'm going to start with this one. This is A.S. Purse 1, so Alberta Sturgis Personal, and these are from the letters that we found here. Now, they are decently organized, and she put little, she put bows around them and ribbon around them. That's 1921. These have all been digitized and transcribed. This is 1911. But what I need to do is go back to my big spreadsheet here, make sure, and I'm just double checking that all of these, this is the box file. So actually I'll show you guys this. So if I turn this around, this is the box file, AS Purse 1. So I know that all of these folders here are within here. So I'm taking this, and what I want to do now is I really want to take it into a chronological order. So I've got 1901, 1904, 1905, 06, 07, 08, 09, before 1908, and that's the name of the folders. So when we create these for the Alberta Research Project transcribers, this all correlates to the letters that they're getting. So I know, for example, when I send out a folder called Before 1910, that will have 4 letters in it. Within there, Alberta created this, and I don't want to undo what she's done. She created a folder within the folder. So you can see that's 1900 to 01, and that's Friedberg. And then I just say how many letters there are. There's 3 letters in total in this entire, basically, folder. So when I see it, and for example, this doesn't have a bow on it, a string. Now, I could put a string on it, but do you see how some of the papers at the top of the letters kind of come outside of what Alberta has done? This is Alberta's writing. When that happens, I'm going to use one of my archive envelopes, and I'm going to place this in here, just so that top letter doesn't get damaged anymore. And I think that's really, really important. And then from there, I will mark that as 1901 letters. There we go. That is my big project for today.